It's a running joke in the house that like if they they want me to remember something, they sing it to me. You know what I mean? Because I can, and just the same. Like I can't remember what the hell happened yesterday, but I'll give you lyrics from 1980 Scorpion or Daryl Hall and Notes. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Brother Raymond T.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Telescope Room, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, bro. Dope to be here.
Long overdue, right?
Long. Like I was tripping on, coming here. This is a weird role for me now.
Yeah, it's the other way.
I'm used to.
I've been to your show 3-4 times. We've been talking about getting you over here. Man, obviously everybody has a story. I know you have a story. The focus of the show, more or less, being victorious from despair.
I love that, by the way.
And thank you. Overcoming obstacles, and you obviously landed in a good place. You're a good dude doing some good things.
Thank you.
We've been able to build a pretty cool, solid relationship. Let's go back to the beginning, man. Like, who is Raymond T?
Who is Raymond T? That's the infamous question. You know what I'm saying? I say to quote the show, everybody loves Raymond, bro. So I've been.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what's so funny, bro, is like, so for even like getting into this music stuff and DJ shit, like, I always laugh because people who met me when I got in this, like, they don't understand. They probably wouldn't have liked me before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or I would have had to been the person you had to watch out for. I
same here.
All of us, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it was so funny, like watching this evolution of getting into like positive aspects of life, doing stuff like with the police and positive community stuff. I remember taking a picture early on. It was like, I used to run from these cats.
Yeah.
Now working together, you know what I mean?
Hey, but dog, like that's part of the evolution.
Yeah.
Even like me, like some people, like, one of the things that I've said publicly is, I didn't want to get in this seat until I knew I had spent enough time on myself.
Yeah.
Where I would be okay saying, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that.
And
too.
in a non-glorified manner.
No.
You
to be able to say I grew from that.
Yeah, for sure.
I've grown from that.
For sure.
So, I didn't want it to be like, Uno's here, talking about positivity, but I just saw him put somebody in a coma last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, the evolution is a journey.
For sure.
It's a process.
For sure.
And that's why, to me, it's important to see, cats like yourself that have worked hard, that have worked on your journey. You're a parent, you're a father, and I want to excavate and see what your journey was like.
Yeah, man. I mean, for the most part, man, my journey, my life started in Lompoc, California in the 805. Most everybody knows it for the federal penitentiary out there. Which I'm proud.
That's usually where they go turn themselves in to go do the time.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm happy to say I never was in it. That's just where I lived.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the residence.
I don't know if I can say it, Sam.
But yeah, so that's what the journey was, man. And then
let me interrupt you real quick.
Okay.
How was the culture there?
I mean, you know what? I'll be quite honest with you. Heavy raza and white. So almost ranchero a little bit, because it's the Valley of the Flowers.
Right.
So I mean that the city itself has been in Time and Life magazine. Beautiful, Valley of Flowers, bro. You know what I mean? Which today, even so much so, the cannabis culture has moved in heavy up there.
Oh, okay.
So much farmland.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, and I'll get back to that, in my journey out here to San Diego and everything like that. But so that's kind of all I knew from a cultural standpoint was kind of white and Mexican. That was
everybody got along.
Everybody got along. You know what I mean? You got to keep in mind, small town, the same street that you got into town took you out of town. For anybody knows, it's off the 101, 805. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it's all the way live. You know what I mean? From there, I moved to Santa Maria, which is just up
close
the way.
by.
Yeah.
I love Santa Maria.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, the mall was our prom Sunday and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the gente get dressed up on a Sunday just to go to the mall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even out there, like Santa Maria, heavy rodeo culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, and I'm sure you probably performed at the fairs and everything out there.
I've done a few shows in Santa Maria.
Yeah.
Our people are thick out there.
Yeah. So from that, like I said, the extent of like party life, everybody goes to Santa Barbara. You know what I mean? Like they have the big Santa Barbara Bowl out there, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
So you guys would go down to Santa Barbara.
Yeah. Which is only like 45 minutes from Lompoc, Santa Maria area. But like I said, that's my core, and I always say that's home for me. You know?
Okay.
From there, moved to San Diego, bro. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie. For my journey, was very mad at the world.
Okay.
When I moved out, because Lompoc was, I mean, the same way you can think of a Nguyen in San Diego, or you know what I mean, like everybody back home was family. I could literally ride my bike all throughout town, stop at San Primo's house, my abuelita and everything. Like just,
you have a big family.
big family right there. You know what I mean? You look our last name up in the phone book and we're every right there.
Let me ask you this, because I think that this happens a lot, like even in my upbringing, because I had both. I've had, people that I grew up with that had come from huge families, but sometimes that family is divided.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cousins and brothers that don't even speak to each other.
Yeah.
See, me personally, I didn't have a big family, but I think that when you have the togetherness and the unity in family, it kind of helps you develop a little bit better too.
No, for sure. I mean, your primos are your first homies,
Yeah, your brothers.
I mean? Yeah.
Brothers.
So I was very much mad when I had to leave that situation.
Because you felt like you left your family.
That was home, man. That was
home.
what I mean? Like I was ready to, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna grow up and the cousins, we all gonna be together. We play ball, blah, 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 blah. So being kind of took from that, and then getting a culture shock coming to San Diego. When I say a culture shock, like we, majority of gente here, but I thought every Asian person was Chinese.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I saw slanted eyes and it was like, but then that got me into trouble, not knowing there's Hmong, Korean, Japanese, Lao, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, and that's very, they prideful about each and every one of those.
Oh, no, yeah.
So
that becomes educational in itself.
Yeah. So I was getting myself into some trouble when I first moved out.
How old were you?
I was freshman, I think. So
Ninth
15,
grade.
15. Yeah.
High school.
Yeah. So that was another part I was super mad at because, high school years is supposed to be the years.
Did you have any problems when you got?
Oh, yeah.
Like where you from and all that stuff?
All that. You know what I mean? Especially too, with the cultural differences. You know what I mean? And then keep in mind too, like, and for San Diego people know, like when I first moved I moved to Mira Mesa, which was it's considered to be Manila Mesa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which love to my Filipino brothers and sisters, man. Like they the same as us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which shit, I ended up marrying a Filipino woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
you met her in over here?
I met her out here in for sure.
Okay.
But even her, she's from the Bay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that was our little connection, whatever. But aside from that, just like I said, it was one of those things, being mad at the world. You're going through high school trying to find yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a big sports dude coming up prior to. I got to San Diego. I didn't want to play no sports. You know what I mean? I was just mad at the world. You know what I mean? And
so in a sense, you felt a bit suppressed when you left.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, may I ask what was the decision to leave?
Pops got a gig. Pops got a job.
Okay,
you know
so family.
Yeah, and that's what, like I said, like I can't knock my pops for trying,
better the family,
bettering us. You know what I mean? But I was mad at him for a long time for that. You know what I'm saying? So
I went through the exact same thing.
Yeah.
See, I grew up in Sherman.
Yep.
My mom wanted to get us out because it was,
Sherman.
and she moved to East San Diego, North Park.
Okay.
Before it was,
Yeah.
Bro,
You found your way back to Sherman.
Bro, I got a beach cruiser. I was in Sherman every day. You know what I'm saying? I was going back by Morley Field.
Yeah.
But I knew, you feel like you're not home no more.
Yeah.
So ninth grade, better in the
and
family.
it's lack of connection.
Lack of connection.
Like
you have siblings?
Well, I have a younger sister who's Down syndrome, and then I have an older sister who she's had her own problems. So middle child syndrome, bro. You know what I mean? And then I'm the only boy, so it was just kind of one of those things. I'm not gonna lie, like it was left to fend and figure things out for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which took me down a road that could have been better, but at the same time,
it made you better.
Exactly.
Could have been better, but made you better.
Yeah. You learn some things the hard way, as some of us do.
So let me ask you this: would you say that your upbringing in the 805 and your upbringing when you came down to San Diego were two different upbringings?
Oh, without a doubt. Like I just think the core of the family and Lompoc was something I leaned on heavy.
Foundation.
Yeah, foundation for sure. And it was one of those things like, and I think we all know generation wise, like I was in that middle. I was the youngest of the older primos, but the oldest the younger people. So on one hand, when you had the family gatherings, you didn't want to sit at the kiddie table.
So
like, I kick it with the older. I kick it with the older. You know what I mean? But then, like I said, man, moving out of there was like the disconnect of, and again, high school years is your formidable years. You're trying to find yourself as a young man.
Trying to find yourself, yeah.
So coming to San Diego feeling alone was very chip on my shoulder.
Got you.
Getting into a lot of dirt, and then even getting out of high school, that was moms and pops recognized I was kind of doing wrong. And
so that's about 3 years of the same.
Yeah. And keep in mind, just very angry.
Very angry.
And that anger stayed with me probably till, close to 30, you know what I mean? Like 28, you know what I mean? Where just making dumb decisions and being mad at the world.
Let me ask you this. This is what the show is for, right?
Yeah.
And how did we get to a point where we finally decompress, where we finally purge, where we finally unbind ourselves from that anger? Because that's how I was for a long time.
Yeah.
There's still particles of me sometimes that
I think we all have
that, and I'm like, whoa, I'm you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm activating that part of me. What were some of the things that you did that helped you evolve to a better place and not have that inner anger with you for so long?
I think my firstborn son.
Okay, being a parent.
Being a parent, dad for sure, because and keep in mind, I had him, I think 21 or 22. So, I'm still trying to figure shit out.
Still like a couple years out of high school.
But I'm still doing dirt and I'm still, whatever. And granted, I never had to go do no real time or nothing like that.
Right.
But the last time I got in trouble, the judge told me, if I see you in here again, you're going to go away for some years.
I always say this, bro. One day in jail is like living in another planet.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world being incarcerated.
Whole different world.
Whole different world.
So that was I never wanted to be the dad who wasn't around for my son.
For your kids.
And granted, like I said, I'll never at least now, I'll never shade my father because there was a minute there that I just, like I said, I was fending for myself, not feeling like you had a pop, even though Pop was just,
working.
Old Mexican man. He provides. That's what it was.
That was his job.
That's it. You know what I mean?
We grew up in different times.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this. So there had to be something good instilled in you when you were young to not want to abandon your own child.
No, without a doubt. Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because you had anger.
Yeah.
I had anger. I mean, I was a very, very young dad.
Yeah.
I was a child when my firstborn was born.
Yeah.
And my life was in despair, bro.
Yeah.
But like seeing her was like another.
That's the sanity, bro.
Yeah, it was
That's
like another language. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So that you would say that was one of the first things that activated you to move into another direction as a human being.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this brings up a very good point in the idea that, and it's something I've conveyed to my son. So I have 3 sons. So
okay, all boys.
All boys. So
okay.
I took it very serious in the idea that I got to raise young men. You know what I mean? And so looking back today on when I was in my feelings and angry, there's shit we feel, but there's shit we feel that's not always real.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the narrative.
So being angry and mad for so long was in my head. You know what I mean? And
the conditioning, bro.
I think going back to what you even just said right now in the idea of what was instilled is regardless, Pops was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as much as I maybe in my own head, like,
yeah, he's not.
I mean, every day was there.
I think you touched into a very, very important point. And, maybe we could help out somebody listening because, a lot of the things that we feel, like even the whole process of rumination, like these are thoughts, like we have 6, 70, 80,000 thoughts a day. Mm-hmm. The next day, they're the same thoughts we had yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we attach these stories to these emotions, and that's what keeps it eternal. That's why we were angry for so long.
Yeah.
Because the story that we put in our head, the conditioning that we put our head, the registry that we put in the chromosomes of our spirit is what we believe. Like, dog, if we end up believing something, even though it's not real in reality, it becomes our personality.
Yeah, it becomes our truth.
It becomes our truth.
Yeah.
And look what that robs us of, though. Look, dog, like you said, from 9th grade up until 28, that's more than 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had inner poverty for a long time because of what I thought was real.
Yeah.
Even the gang culture,
Yeah.
even the homies,
Yeah.
even family,
Yeah.
death, hypocrisy, betrayal, even in the music game, because I got in the music game early, people turning on each other, hearing people talk about each other, like, whoa, you guys were just together yesterday, and trying to register, the lunatic behavior that goes on over, like, I remember this man told me one time that there was enough in this world for everybody's needs, but not enough for everybody's greed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I seen the way that, money comes and manipulates people and changes people, but again, your father was there. My pop wasn't there, but by the time I met him, I had made peace.
Yeah.
So when I seen him, I wasn't mad at him.
Yeah.
When he tried to like tell me like, hey, me and your mom, I'm like, dude, I don't even care, bro. Like, that was then, you know what I mean? Like, let's just build. So I don't really look at him like my dad. I look at him like my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes I call him, we talk for a couple hours, and then we don't talk for 6 months.
I mean, and the thing about it too, bro, is like, considering our age and our parents' age, they didn't come from a time of talk. They, this, that, you know what I mean? So, me and I'll give it to my dad. He definitely has changed a lot over the years, and the idea of not only opening up with me, but
kids.
Mine. Just all around, like there's shit I see him do now, and I'm like, who's that man? But it's in a positive way.
Yeah, in a positive way. It's good.
Like, okay, you've accepted some shit.
You have a good relationship.
Oh yeah, no, we're solid now. You know what I mean?
That's good. I'm sure he's very proud of you.
I would hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like I said, we've had our heart to hearts. And I think that probably was a big weight off the shoulder for both of us, because I know there was a time he didn't like my ass and I didn't like his ass either.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that was a
and then we're Mexican.
Yeah.
Big macho
our bullshit
culture,
ass pride. Nobody's gonna break down and say I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not even.
It's not what we do.
It's not what we do.
But that, like I said, that was something I very much instilled into my kids, speaking their mind, opening up. The idea again, look, I respect your feelings, but let's focus on what's real right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and they've opened it up because, like I said, the thing about it, like I got sons, but I got grown men now. Like my youngest is going to be 18.
Yeah.
My middle's 20 and my other son just turned 21.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but you've been a good leader, man.
I've tried. I mean, and they've, the cool part, and this is where it's like, as a man, they've told me some shit too that I was oblivious to, but I love it and I appreciate it, and I'm grateful for the fact that they felt safe to tell me
you
now, you know what I mean, because I know I haven't always been the greatest dude, but I always prided myself on being there. But in being there, they've seen some shit too.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, my kids too. You know what I mean? And I mean, like I've had to catch myself too. But again, that's part of evolving.
Yeah.
And, again, another thing that's really important is being able to openly admit, like, okay, cool. Like, okay, and I see that.
Yeah.
I see that because, the machismo in our culture is like, it'll dominate. And some people will just die believing that.
Yeah.
And that's bad news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen it happen, bro, for years and years and years. Even people I just grew up with, where they can't change the narrative. I call it traditional thinking.
Yeah.
When you stay with the traditional thinking, nothing changes.
Yeah. And I think as well, because I know even when we started working together and building, like there was a lot of people who were like, "Hey, watch yourself with Uno,"
Right.
So, but they knew an Uno from before.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, and for me personally, some of that shit is just industry bullshit. You know what I mean, whatever the case may be. But you've always been a solid dude with me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's why when people say stuff, maybe you're tripping, dog.
Yeah, but I mean, I openly admit, like, I was a walking nightmare for a long time. I could care less, like, and I was very open about it. Like, my energy would show that I was a very aggressive person and people just didn't want to be around me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But again,
same deal here, I think.
That was then.
Yeah.
I mean, what I have gotten is when people see me now, they're like you said, like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, I had to spend years and years, and it's still a journey. You know what I mean?
I don't think we'll ever stop.
No, it's still a journey.
Like I pride myself in the idea, like, 3 big things: confident, never cocky, humble over ego, and just staying a student, bro.
Student.
Because in everything we do, and I got a couple other mantras like conscious effort. Like, I'm really trying to put that. I've been trying, and I don't want to necessarily call it resolution because it's something I started paying attention to more like last year. Conscious effort in everything we do, whether it's your craft, whether it's your family, a man, a father, a husband, whatever. Conscious effort in applying positivity to that every day.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is beautiful that you say that, because one of the things that I've always admired is I like Sadhguru, and he was talking about exactly that, your conscious effort. He says, like, there is a big misconception and a big difference between being alert, mentally alert, and being conscious.
Yeah.
He says when you're mentally alert, you're no different than a dog.
Yeah.
You know how to preserve and how to survive. But when you're conscious, you actually have the ability to self-expand.
Yeah.
And you can expand as a human, as a parent, like you said, as a brother, as a businessman, as an artist, as whatever you do, because you're consciously making an effort to better yourself. When you're just alert, you're just surviving.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not here to just survive.
Yeah.
We're here to live.
Yeah.
We're here to expand. We're here to be, like you said, to teach and be students at the same time. So I think that is so important in being able to express that and project that it's okay to be the student.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to dominate.
Yeah.
You know, the more I think I know everything, the more I realize I know nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's that other saying? The if you're in a room where you actually know it all, you're in the wrong room.
You're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
I read something really dope the other day. Like, I guess a young man asked his dad, like, hey, what do I have to do to find the right woman? And he said, forget about finding the right woman. Focus on being the right man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, after you had your firstborn, how you started evolving.
It just was one of those things, man, that, like, you know, I wanted to be an example for him. You know, I've been calling my sons the new and improved since they were born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All of them. So it's, you know.
That's like that. It goes around in your household.
Yeah. You know,
and improved.
New and improved.
Like
you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They're the lineage, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we made the mistakes, so hopefully they don't have to. You know, and I think it's a constant cycle, especially, again, going back to us as gente and Mexican men, that it's okay to feel. It's okay to express feelings. It's okay to just let your guard down. We don't always have to be the tough guy and da-da-da-da-da. But very much in my lifetime, I've always been a protector, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
of course.
So even outside of my family, whatever, whether it's been clubs and DJing, whatever, shit pop off, and as my peoples are there, get behind the booth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, you know, you know, I've always had, you know, I've been always called everybody's steel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, everybody's big brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, I'll never claim I'm the biggest badass or nothing like that. But, you know, it's just, in the end, I'm going to protect my peoples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you know what, bro? That's the way it's supposed. We were talking about that off camera.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is always so, you know, concerned about, look at me and look how tough I am. Like, bro, those are usually the guys that end up, you know, face first.
And there's a lot more strength than restraint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, like you said, going back to being alert, we can always be on you know, da-da-da, but there's something about knowing where you're at.
Oh,
and
yeah,
knowing,
that's the
you know,
difference.
Yeah. You know,
You
so, but like I said, going back to the original question, it just was more or less, like I said, I wanted my sons to know they could come to me with anything, to be a role model, in the idea of whether it's don't do this or do this, you know what I mean? See both sides. And you know, for me, I always just kept it over real with them, and the idea I never hid nothing from them, good or bad. Right. You know, so I've been overly honest and overly open with them since day one. I've done my best to be as heavily involved as I could, which is why this music and the DJ and all this stuff has been a blessing in my life, because it's given me the freedom to be there every day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I think a lot of times, again, going back to the machismo of it all, we get so lost in being the provider that it's one thing to bring home the bacon, but it's another to be able to break it with them and eat it with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And so I've tried to do my best in trying to find that balance.
A good balance,
in you know, career and family.
Where you're at reach.
Yeah.
Where you're at reach, you know, for a talk, for a hug, for a walk.
And even just being in the ability to be able to say no to stuff when that matters.
Yeah.
Because how many times, I mean, you know, men take on the thing where I got to go to work. I got to go to, and go to this horrible place because it's a paycheck. You know what I mean?
And again, they bring that home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
They bring that anger. They bring that resentment home, because then they start resenting the very thing that they're trying to take care of.
Exactly. You
know what I'm saying?
And then for me, you know, my story got funny in the middle with my middle son, because my oldest son and my youngest son are with my wife. We had a separation at one point. You know, I ended up having a son out of wedlock during that time. And So there was a lot of healing that had to be done even around that in our marriage. But I mean, she's been a stepmom to my middle, who's again now 20 years old. There's still.
So your son came with you.
He did in the formidable years.
Okay.
So, middle school to when he graduated was he was with me. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And that was, because
I'm sure that made your bond and your marriage stronger.
Oh yeah, no, I mean you got to understand BM did not make that easy at all. You know what I mean? Like coming up. You know what I mean? It's very much one of those situations that, when I found out that was happening, I had to tell wifey, like, look, if we're reconciling, this is what I got going on. I understand if you don't want to be with me. I get it. We got through that. I was able to, and I had to tell BM over here, listen, we knew exactly what this was. We weren't never going to be together. But I can't have no bastard child out there. So trust and believe I'll always be a dad for him. You know what I mean? And granted, I ain't going to try to make myself out like no angel. That's anybody who's been through baby mama, baby daddy situations. It's not always easy, So, but again, I'm proud of my son today. Again, 20 years old, I got 2 in college right now, 1 on the verge, bro. So I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. Like I said, I could die tomorrow, and I feel like I've instilled stuff.
And that's that. Yeah, and I mean, again, man, that had to be an eye opener for you, and not only that, but for you to keep your family together, for you to keep your boys together, and still remain in a productive, positive space, because that could have went another way too.
Oh man. You know what I mean?
That could have went another way too, but I've seen you, man. Like I see you, and I see your fatherhood, and I see, who you are. One of the things that I've always been able to say is when you can see somebody and they're always the same person every time you see them, that says a lot.
Yeah.
And that's you. Every time I see you, you're the same dude. We have this good, even if we go a long time out talking, reaching out, it's always love.
Yeah.
It's always love. You know why? Because you're busy doing you, I'm busy doing me, but nothing changes between me and you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that just comes with a security within self, bro. Because I mean, I'd like to say I'm the same dude at my lowest as I'm the same dude at my highest. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm
new and improved.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm never gonna put on no fronts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you see is what you get. And
that's important.
Yeah. I mean, and I like myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, right?
You know what I mean?
That's what I would say. What's wrong with liking myself? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Like I went to the concert the other day at Pachanga. I haven't went out in a long time. I don't really I really don't put myself out there,
Yeah.
I was walking, bro, and I was by myself. And I saw the people I grew up with. I saw people from the neighborhood, and it didn't matter. I'm happy with who I am.
Yeah.
I'm happy with where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm happy with how I feel. I'm happy with where I'm at in my life. Nothing even mattered. I had this protective, energetic, positive shield on me. Where I did see somebody that I go back 20 years, and the only thing different about them was their age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not to knock anyone, but I'm just saying, it's important to expand as a human being.
No, for sure.
Stagnation and being stagnant, it keeps I always say, who keeps you company when you're alone? Your thoughts, dog.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And when those thoughts are still stagnated in that thought process of when we're angry, like you die that way.
Yep. For sure.
Respect to you, bro.
Indeed. Thank you. Much respect as well. Likewise.
That's dope. So how did you start tapping into the music?
Music had always kind of, I'm gonna be honest, man, that's been my love since I was a kid.
Okay.
Diving into my parents' vinyls and just, that was, I noticed early on, just, some Calgon shit, take me away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The right joint and you just, get off in another world, you know what I mean? So
in the power of music.
Oh man, you know what I mean? So that just, that was really it's so funny because going into, adulthood and everything like that, and, I'm a hustle, I'm a do that, you can do all this other shit. The music was always there.
Yeah.
So taking, the negative part of a life that I just was able to convert that into the hustle and a positive life. You know what I mean? And converting my passion, around my love for music into a career. You know what I mean?
That says a lot though. Like when I was growing up in the neighborhood, they were like, what are you doing? That's for blacks.
Yeah.
And I was like, it doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this happen anyway.
Yeah.
Once in a Decade came out. Same dudes that would hate were asking me for autographs later.
Yeah, man.
And let me ask you this. Did music ever help you with your escape when you were going through your anger?
All day, every day.
That
brother.
was your escape.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the Walkman,
bro. You're like, that's what I say. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, I'm really serious about like music therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like I say that all the time. Like, for anybody who don't know, this on air shit is what I've done forever. Like, I attempted to be a singer at one time. And I think everybody tried to rap it. Well, it worked out for you. But like, DJing and, as a personality was my contribution to music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why like I've always done my best to pay it forward in the idea of making sure I give the underdog a chance or whatever, and in this corporate world of the industry and all that type of shit, we're the outcasts because we know how to play the game, but at the same time it's like we just need a little bit of door so we can, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I've always tried, I'm always a big believer in paying it forward.
But you did, you have.
I still do.
You absolutely do. I mean, there's been times I tell you, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. You're like, hey, come through, no questions. And I've seen you open the door for people, and that's big, man. That's really big. Now, I know that it was your escape, like it was my escape. And I think that people really don't understand the power of that music therapy that you're talking about. Right. I don't know what I would have done. Yeah. Imagine a world with no music.
Yeah. My family gets fucking, it's a running joke in the house that like if they want me to remember something, they sing it to me. You know what I mean? Because I and just the same, like I can't remember what the hell happened yesterday, but I'll give you lyrics from 1980 Scorpion or Daryl Hall Notes, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's, like I said, that's been the running joke in my house forever, you know what I mean? So but like I said, man, and I think you probably could agree. Sometimes we got to pinch ourselves, bro. That one, we're still here.
Oh yeah.
Two, we have a life. I mean, here we are on a Tuesday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in no suit. I ain't in no funky ass cubicle like mad because we here. You know what I mean? So
we blessed.
This is a liberating life, bro. And I just, a lot of people are scared to chase their passions, and whatever it is. Yeah, granted. You have family, you got to support, you know what I mean? But it's just like it's a liberating feeling to be actually doing what you love on a daily.
You know what, bro? And I read a lot. So, I read different books from different authors, but they all say the same thing. Like, whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you're passionate about, you got to believe in it, and you got to be resilient, and you got to do your best. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't matter to me what anyone had to say. It didn't matter if you liked my music or not. What mattered was that I believed in it, and I believed in myself, and I still do.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
How is anybody else going to believe in you
if you don't believe in yourself?
You know what I mean? Like that's what I say. All this shit sounds cliche, but it's the fucking
truth.
Guides.
It's the guides.
You know what I mean? How many times you hear people ask, "Well, why do you think you made it?" And so the only difference is I didn't give up.
Yeah,
I mean,
I kept going.
You know what I mean?
I kept going.
That's what I say. There's so much simple shit in our lives that if we just apply them. I think about even like our health. You look wonderful today, bro. Like,
thank you.
And I know you've taken a lot of physical changes. You know what I mean? And I'm getting there slowly. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, like it's the simple: eat less, move more.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You put a quesadilla in front of me, fuck that shit up. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's but that's all a part of the discipline. That's all a part of the everyday conscious effort, bro. You know,
and everything.
I
always say the same thing. Like if there's these people that are in great shape, but they're like emotionally obese.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you put the same effort that you put into your training, into your spirit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to look good, but don't you want to feel good?
Yeah.
Don't you want to think good? Don't you want to actually be good instead of
just the cover?
Yeah, just the cover.
Yeah.
The internal part is so much more. And you're right. It really is liberating. I get to wake up and do what I love to do. I do the same thing every day. I wake up, take a shower, I read, I go train, I eat, and then I start my day.
Yeah.
When I decided to get into like my fitness, I was resilient about it. Like, I didn't care that I looked funny at first.
Yeah, you can't.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't care if there was a dude next to me that was on swizzle.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. If I was doing the exercise wrong, like, I got up and I did it. And now it's just a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I no longer, I just train because I feel that it expands my life.
Yeah.
It gives me an opportunity to stick around and be around longer. You know, man, it's people my age, they're not doing well health-wise.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think this COVID kind of proved that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, let's be honest, what we've learned is this COVID is another flu, another cold. You know, granted, I don't want to belittle anybody or you're disrespecting anybody who's lost people to it.
Yeah.
But I think what we learned is underlying conditions.
Underlying
around,
conditions.
You know what I mean? I lost 3 DJ homies. You know, rest in peace to the homies in a month. You know, at the peak, and you know they didn't know they had all these underlying conditions. But when COVID hit them,
and you know, bro. And it's crazy that you say that because I don't want to take away from nobody either. Nobody. But like you said, it is the guide, and it is the guide in so many different aspects. Like, bro, there's underlying issues going on with people that don't have any idea why they act out this way. You know, like I always say, if your check engine light turns on when you're driving, you need to go to the mechanic to get your car fixed so you can go where you need to go.
Yeah.
But if your internal check engine light comes on, you ignore it and then you break down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like for me, I started feeling that way. I was like, I don't like the way I feel, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care who says I'm dope. I don't like the way I feel. I don't like the way I look. You know what I'm saying? I feel sloppy. And one day I just said, I'm just going to go. You know, and again, I have a long way to go still, but I'm enjoying the journey.
Yes, sir.
I enjoy, you know, the journey, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and that's ultimately it and everything.
That's it. And like you said, loving what we do, man.
Yeah. I mean, I love the journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look down that telescope. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's what I'm saying. Would you rather be looked under the microscope or the telescope?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. We should feel free. Mm-hmm. We should feel that, like you said, it's a journey with no destination, and we just keep on going. You know. Yeah. So how does it feel to have your boys' college?
Man, I mean, it's amazing, bro. I mean, because I never went to college. You know, I probably had the smarts too.
We went to a different college.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, and even for myself, like I said, I don't be belittle. It's just, I didn't have the discipline for it. You know, and looking back, maybe I should have went. You know, whatever. But you know, life that
bro,
wasn't my path.
You're doing well for yourself, bro.
And I mean, and that's the funny thing about it, because even getting into this radio shit, I had to go to school in order to get my internship. Because, you know, when I got into radio, it was in that funny time of, it was starting to get a lot more corporate versus before you could just go to a radio station, intern, somebody took you under their wing and go.
Or not.
Yeah. So when I got into it, which was, top of 2000s, early 2000s, you know, you had to actually go to school to be able to be an intern.
Okay.
So I took 2 little classes at City College and got my foot in the door and ran.
See, you know, but you were resilient about what you wanted to do.
Yeah. You know, and again, and that's the only thing that, you know, today it's just one of those things that, you know how you talk about being ready for something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like doing that at 28 or whatever versus if I would have tried to do it out of high school or whatever. I would have messed it off.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Because I was messy.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
But, you know, that's the part of things happening when they're supposed to.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, the other stuff, even the bad stuff, even the stuff that we went through that we struggled with, like they shape us to be where we're at.
So,
you know, I went through a whole lot, you know, for a long time.
Yeah.
But because of those things, I'm a better man.
But then it's weird too because those demons made you some dope ass music.
Yeah, they did. I always say I don't even like my old music. You know, I listen to it, I'm like, shut up. You know what I always say? It was like me playing ball, like hurt. Like you didn't see me at my best.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I'm so excited about this new project. Like I'm at my best right now. My speech is right, my delivery is right, but I can't take away from those classics either. Like the Boogeyman, I probably had like 5 bottles of Alizé in me.
Probably some songs you don't remember making.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, you know, like, when did I do that verse?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, man. But so how long you been in radio?
Since I'll be going on 20 years here in this decade. You know, and again, you know, I want to make sure it's clear because people hear radio and they think FM. You know, I did a good batch of time in FM. You know, paying attention to technology, paying attention to whatever.
Conscious effort.
You know
conscious effort.
You know what I mean? I moved into the streaming space in 2014. So I've been
it wasn't too big back then, yeah?
Yeah, no, it was very much at the beginning, but it was just kind of watching. Everybody's in their phones. And I was presented an opportunity that let me still do the on-air, like the personality shit, but in the streaming world.
In the streaming world,
you know what I mean? And I got to say, man, like having creative freedom has just been, man. I mean, because that radio game is so tough.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got even more tougher with the idea of just, I mean, you literally have a PD or MD puts a log. That's what you're playing.
That's what you're playing.
That's what you're playing.
You know, it was
like I even talked to the I have so much, I guess, sympathy and empathy at the same time for the DJs who are on the radio, because one, a lot of them are not getting paid.
Yeah.
And when I say DJs, I mean your mixers.
Yeah.
But supposedly the clout of being on radio gets you work outside of it.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case. But it's just literally, I just spoke about it here not too long ago. You're given a log and they say, hit those records. And you got to get creative about that. You got to be inspired by that. And somehow try to show your originality in that. Like, I'd probably lose my mind.
You know, that's crazy that you say that, and I'm glad that you say that, because I always get mad at these radio dudes, because I say, like, why don't you speak up, dude?
Yeah.
Why don't you say something?
Yeah.
Like, I've presented, like, this festival that I'm talking about and how huge it would be, and I'm like, look, I'll spend money at radio, I'll do a buy, but we got to get behind it. And they're like, what are you afraid of?
Yeah.
Speak up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember that, like, dog, the first time I got on radio, I went and I was pushing the button on Z90. You know what I'm saying? Crazy Jeff Nelson came out. I gave him once in a decade. He played one song, is like, come back tomorrow at 8:00. Put me on the radio. He had creative freedom.
Yeah.
Guess what? The city went crazy.
Yes, sir.
Little Rob, city went crazy.
Yes, sir.
Shadow, city went crazy. Night Owl, city went crazy. Why? Because they had the freedom, rest in peace, to do it. You know, so when you have freedom to do it, bro, you get an opportunity to open different doors. Man. Like, this is what you're playing and that's it.
Yeah.
You got to pretend you like something you really don't.
Yeah. I mean, and then on top of that, like, a personality used to be a personality. Now it's
like,
you got 10 seconds, say what the hell you got to say, and plug the website and
plug this,
be a robot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, I'll always love radio because it was my first passion and idea, but it would be hard for me to be in it today because of my personality. And I always wanted.
Yeah, but you honor what you believe in. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you were offered a job that paid you more money to go be a robot, you would say no.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You would say, no, but you're like, hell no, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
But that's because you honor what you believe in, bro.
It would be very tough. It would be very
bro.
Tough.
Like, I could go get a deal right now. They told me this is the type of records we want you to do. I'll be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
If I never got another dollar from making music, I'll still be making music.
Yeah.
So right now in the position that I am, what works for me in this climate, I'm going to make sure that I do what's intelligent for me. And make it work for me and not be that robot.
I mean, it's no different even with the DJ. Like especially we talk to San Diego Martin. These promoters are telling these DJs what they can and what they can't play. You know what I mean? You're not going to tell me what the hell I can do when I got the tables. But again, they will literally, don't play that song. Nope.
That's
you know
insane.
What I mean? You know what I mean?
That's insane.
So these club DJs that whatever. Yeah, okay. Granted, they got some clout and they bring, but
what's clout? What does that mean?
Like I said, bro. I prefer to go hit a bar and let's just vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, hookahs, whatever. You know what I mean? Like let me get loose on what I do, and I promise me, like I've even told promoters, like, listen, I don't have your following that you're looking for, whatever. I'm not gonna be out here on my phone. Hey, come turn up with us. You know what I mean? But you put me on the decks.
You're gonna have a good show.
I'm gonna turn the crowd out.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good show.
Have some fun. Everybody gonna vibe. They're gonna leave going, damn, I want to come back.
Yeah, exactly. The experience.
Yeah.
You give them the experience. Indeed. Now let me get this DJ because he brings this. But we just bring an organic experience.
That's it.
That's the difference, man.
Yes, sir. Oh,
man, thank you for coming by, my bro.
Indeed.
I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
On
and
everything.
You likewise.
Man, I'm super grateful that you came. You shared some of your story. We're gonna have to do part 2 at some point.
Yeah. Man, this is a lifetime relationship right here. Brother.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So I'm happy to see you. In your elevation, still pushing, still doing what you do because we're in an interesting fucking space of the music world and everything. So, but I think you have. You just continue to show perseverance, brother.
Thank you.
And you continue to show evolution.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Because so many of us, and I say us in the idea of everybody as a part of this music, being.
Yeah.
Some people just get stuck in their ways.
Oh, no,
you know what I mean?
I know that.
So, kudos to you as well, bro.
Thank you.
And let's keep winning, bro.
And man, I'm looking forward to everything we got coming and going, man. Respect to you, my bro.
Indeed, my guy.
Appreciate you, man.
Sir.
No doubt.